I feel like I'm having to re-habituate to tinnitus again. I will explain to you the full story, how this happened. I live in a very loud, noisy country, and I drive a motorbike around. I don't think that's one of the factors, I believe. There's just honking all the time. People are blasting their music. It's loud here. And anyway, I went out with some friends and we went to a karaoke, and they blared the music here, like blast it. And I didn't think to bring earplugs. It didn't cross my mind. And I'm having fun, I'm singing, they're singing, we're eating pizza, we're having a good time, everything's great. And at one part, I noticed the music was a bit loud. I noticed it probably like towards the end of it. And it wasn't loud in like a good way either. It wasn't like, sometimes when music's loud, it's like everything is equalized and the frequencies are balanced. This was like the mid-range was shot. The music it's not really balanced here. They don't have subwoofers to kind of take out the low end, so they just drive the speakers and just blare it. Anyway, I was like, I need to turn that down because the vocal was really loud. So I started turning it down a little bit, but that was probably a big thing. In another thing that had happened to me was that driving down the road, like there will be semi trucks and they'll just blare the horn and it'll be like blasting right in your face, like anyway, that had happened a few times. So, and I also, my earphones, my headphones that I used my entire life, because I'm a big proponent of over the ear headphones. These really don't push the sound source up close to your eardrums. It really it puts space in between your eardrum and the ear, like the speaker, and that space is huge. That is a big lifesaver as far as for the health of your ears. Anyway, those broke. Now, I was really upset when these broke because these these had been with me for my entire tinnitus journey, right? So it's like, when these broke, I'm like, and I did everything. Like, I literally even sewed them up at one point. I did not want to let these headphones go. I can't just buy another pair like that. The bass is so good. They're Sennheiser, and I'm a musician, and I spent about $200 on them, and they lasted me years. So I definitely got my money's worth out of them. So it's not the money aspect. It's that they're difficult to replace. In America, they'd be easy to replace. I got them at Guitar Center, but here they're hard to find. They're really hard to find those things. So anyway, that for me sucks because I'm a developer, I'm a coder, and when I code, when I program, I like to be in the zone, and I can just stay in the zone and the music's bumping, and I'll put on a nice playlist, and I'll just like be in the zone for hours with the headphones on. The headphones aren't that big of a deal because I keep the volume low. It's easier to kind of balance out the sound with the headphones because there's that space. So, I feel like for me, I would be more aware if I was turning them up too loud, if that makes sense. So anyway, all that being said, I decide, I'm like, because I can't find headphones. I went out and I was like, and I always told myself I was not going to wear these things, earbuds, because it pushes the sound source right up against your eardrums. So I was like, I've retired those. I've upgraded to a really, really expensive set of over-the-ear headphones. That's what I wear now. I don't wear earbuds. And, I went on to Habituate just fine. But I was really jonesing for some good music, to listen to the music through the bass. I was really, really craving it. And, I was having to like play the music on my laptop when I would code and program. And I was just really wanting to get in the zone, and especially when I was developing this application that I built, tinnitus companion app, I was like, I was just really wanting to get into that flow state. And so I bought these and I used them. But the problem is, and this is why I've always used these, the problem for me is I listen to music for hours. Like I'm addicted to music. Music is like a drug to me. So anyway, I put these in and I listened to them for hours. And when did you know, like a couple days ago, I woke up and the baseline of my tinnitus has been upped. I don't know if I'm entirely blaming it on these. It's a loud environment. I haven't been wearing earplugs when I go out because I've weaned myself off the earplugs. That was part of me habituating to, I think, such a good level, was being able to wean myself off of the earplugs. I was also in America and I wasn't riding a motorbike. So what am I going to do now that I've
Rehabituate.
rehabituate?
Well, luckily, I
developed an app where
it literally walks me.
through everything to do to rehabituate.
Meditating,
journaling, thought reframing.
My thought,
but I haven't even had any. Like, that's the crazy part, is that I haven't even had any thoughts to reframe. Like, I was laying in the hammock and it was loud, and I was laying there and I was just like,
okay,
it's there.
So I've noticed that I haven't
had any spiral thoughts. So that's good
because I've
practiced this stuff for a very long time.
But the level of the sound
is higher. So
I'm going to
use the app that I built because I don't have to think about it. I can just
take the tinnitus test,
program it into my dashboard, do all the meditations, do all the journaling, do everything right inside the application. And
I will rehabituate.
And I will not use these again.
I don't know what I'm going to do for music.
I guess look for a pair of headphones.
Probably just listen to it from my
laptop.
And I'll get a set of earplugs when I drive my motorbike. That's what I'll do.
And
I won't sit around and blame
myself. I won't get upset about it. It just is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. So
that is.
And
I'll just run you through
a little bit of the application because it's really cool. So
I would go do the tinnitus test.
And I would kind of how bothered am I by it, the perceived loudness. I would do this, and then when you are done with that.
It gives you a number.
It gives you a number. Okay, and this number is really important because this number. So
maybe that's your number.
Maybe that's your number, right?
So you would take that number.
You would go back to the dashboard. Plug that number in.
You can do this from your phone.
You can do this from your phone
or a web app. It
tells
you, right? It changes
the core habits. It tells you based on your number, based on how bothered you are by it, based on where you are.
It tells you what you need to do that day.
It tells you what you need to do that day.
Really important.
That's really, really important.
Because
it's customizing your daily
meditation habits, your
daily habituation habits, based on how you feel, based on your personal experience.
So we can really laser focus in on what each person should be doing
to help get them the best habituation result.
And so we have a breath sit. So
these are all these breath sits and the sound setting. This is in the meditation tab. So we go up to the dashboard. We hit the meditations. And
welcome.
Start
Take
a moment.
Take a moment to settle into your body. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw. And that's what I'm going to do.
And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. And
I'm not going to worry about it. See how my thoughts
are already reframed, right? So what I immediately said was I'm not going to worry about it. I will rehabituate. It's part of traveling. It's part of living. Going to not use these earbuds again because I listen to music too much.
And I'm going to get
a pair of earplugs, and I'm not going to worry about it.
I've reframed that thought.
Naturally because
I have so much practice.
I have
with
so much
reframing my
practice
thoughts.
with
Now, in this
reframing my
dashboard,
thoughts.
you
Now,
can
in this
reframe your
dashboard, you can
thoughts
reframe the thoughts
like this, right?
like
so you can
this,
type in,
right? So you can type in, I
need to
rehabilitate. Again,
I was
exposed to a loud
sound or something
sound
like that.
or something
Well,
like that.
in this,
Well, that in this,
yeah, you basically would in here you would
you
put a
basically would in
thought
here you
that
would
is
put a
tormenting
thought
you
that is
about
tormenting
tinnitus,
you
like it's
about
so
tinnitus,
loud,
like it's so loud, like
I'll never be happy.
I'll
with
never
all
be
stuff.
happy.
I
with all
don't
stuff.
have those thoughts.
I don't have those thoughts. So like I'm just explaining to you like how did I reframe my thought?
I've reframed
Well,
my thoughts.
I've reframed my thoughts so much that like when I if I get into a
situation
situation where I have to
naturally,
habituate,
my
naturally,
brain will just
my brain will just already reframe it. That's the power of doing this stuff like every day, all it like weeks after weeks, months after months. All right, let's read what the
application said. It says it's
application
understandable
said.
to feel anxious.
It's understandable to feel anxious about a loud sound, but this doesn't mean that you have to start the habituation process all over again.
Really? Interesting.
Really?
Okay, you can build on
the progress you've already made and use your coping strategies to help you feel more
I
comfortable.
like that. This helps because it reminds you.
This helps because it reminds you that
precious
your
effort,
precious effort,
previous
previous
and
effort,
habituation are still valid.
and habituation are still valid, and that you have tools to manage your tinnitus instead of viewing this loud sound as a setback. You can see it as a moment that requires some extra care, allowing you to reinforce your skills without starting from scratch.
I don't need to rehabituate. This is a temporary setback.
A temporary setback.
I know that I need to stop using
these because I blast my music a little too loud.
Get more sleep.
Get more sleep.
I was under a lot of stress building
this app. It literally took like 10-hour days every single day.
Get a pair of earplugs
when I'm driving my motorbike. For now, rest a little bit more.
Hydrate up.
It'll be fine.
Anyway,
that's my current situation.
You get out and travel.
Hey, listen, when you get out and travel and you get out and live life,
these things might happen.
It's just part of the journey. So,
if you want to check this app out,
I have a 7-day free trial for everyone.
And
you can go in there, reframe your thoughts.
Do the tinnitus test
every single day and walk through the guided meditations. It's literally a blueprint. We're straight to habituation. It's to help hold you accountable in these steps like journaling, thought reframing.
I didn't even show you this.
But in the journal section, we have a recovery statement. So the recovery statement helps you have a positive recovery statement. You can generate a new one every single day and read it every single day. And you can carry this around on your phone and reframe your thoughts
like on the fly. That's huge. That is huge.
So you don't have to think about like, I have to reframe it. There's a ton of stuff going around. I got to catch the bus and you'll be at work.
Let the app do all the heavy lifting.
Let the app do all the heavy lifting, and you just can rest in your healing and in your recovery journey. So. Anyway, like this video, make sure to smash the subscribe button. Comment below. I love reading your comments, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.